Super excited today to have a new series here to offer to you here at Primo RV Centre. We've invited Alliance on board, and this is their Delta Ultralight series. So this is their most popular particular floor plan in that series, and traditionally it's been a very popular layout style for us as well. This is the 234 RK coming in under 2,800 pounds and just a hair over 5,900 pounds dry. So very towable by a wide range of vehicles here, and just really comfortable if you're looking for something to escape with on weekends, but it certainly would work well for extended travel. The amount of space you have in here when you have to be outside, the amount of shaded space you have outside, really fantastic. So let's start here at the back. When we first come in, we first enter the main door, and there are two here. We've got our panel here to be able to check on tank levels. We can again turn on water pumps and turn off the camera should we add one to the back. So it does have a prep there, so you can use it as a bit of a security camera there, turn power on and off to it. You've got awning lights here as well. We've got, again, slide switch and awning switch. Those basics that you're going to want to quickly get to as soon as you walk in the door are there. Love the fact that you've got the fire extinguisher right by the door in case the fire outside gets out of hand. And you've got a little shoe cuddy here. So again, a place to put things so everything is out of the way. So when you come in, the doorway isn't congested. And then you just have this amazing amount of counter space here. Again, this far spot on the left, certainly for my household, would probably end up being a spot where people naturally, put phones and devices and maybe some keys there. Again, just so that they know where they are right near that door. You have so much counter space here. You could even dedicate a drawer, so you just have a lot of options. Love the underlighting here, so that can be a great night light too. So again, if you have an occasional guest, we've got a whole bank of cabinets here, so certainly you can bring multi-levels of dishes. So if you've got high-class dishes you want to bring with you, you certainly have the room here. Lots of prep space, so if you are somebody who likes to either just leave food out for snacks and drinks and things like that, if you're entertaining people, or you're someone who does like to cook, certainly something that would work well. You've got a huge pots and pans drawer here underneath your full-size range with 3 burners. We do have a ventilation fan there, microwave there, so everything in kind of one spot with the fridge right where you'd want it, right next to kind of where you're cooking, so really well laid out. And then you've got that great window at the back that takes up about half of the back wall here. So you're going to get some great ventilation too. And if you are cooking in there, help to get any smells that you may have out. The door being right there, you do have a screen on it as well. So again, it's going to help keep that airflow great, especially if you're not someone who necessarily always wants to run air. You'll appreciate that you have 2 big opposing windows here. Again, you're going to get cross ventilation here, which is wonderful. The banquette, everybody absolutely loves it when it's on the door side, because you've got a situation where you're going to be looking at your campsite and not necessarily your neighbors, which people definitely appreciate as they get out there and kind of quickly realize that. You've got a great dinette here without a post in the middle, so it's nice and easy out, but very still easy to convert into a bed. So the mechanism allows you to drop it down and just basically put that tabletop there just on the rubber bumpers. And then the cushions here at the end go in the middle. So if you're kind of just right around that 6 feet and under, so it's certainly great for a grandchild, for instance, or another adult joining you, certainly would work well. You've got lots of space here in the middle, so if you do have a guest, nobody's in the way, but you've got lots of room underneath where you could keep extra bedding or anything else interior for that guest you may want to have there. Love the fact you've got the TV here right across from the couch area, so naturally kind of where you'd want to have it, so you're not angled. Kind of that viewing is right across. You've got room for media on there, so if you do want to bring a little DVD player or any other device that you want to connect to the TV, you can certainly stash them away there. The couch is very comfortable, so you've got seating for 3, so the center cup holder there you can flip up, so if you don't want to keep the popcorn there and you've got an extra guest, you can flip that up, and then each will have an extension for the feet, and then you've even got some underlighting you can turn on and off. You've got a USB connection at either end. You've got roller shades throughout the coach here. So very light and bright in here, but we've got the roller shades as well. So again, if you want to darken it, or if you're having a movie night, keep it a little darker, you certainly can. And you can turn those lights on and off in that slide as you wish. Wonderful pantry here. I absolutely love Alliance's pantry. So just so well designed. So you've got massive drawers here. So they're going to come out a good 3 feet. And then you've got magnets at the end that help to lock them in place when you're on the road. This is kind of roughly in the middle over the tandem axle, so it tends not to move as much, but again, if you're on a bit of rough patch, something that really helps. So this would be a great spot, maybe partly pantry. You could keep some toiletries here. It could be extra shoe storage. So again, lots of options. And then you've got a whole other cabinet below as well. But these are just wonderful. So something you'll appreciate, because again, you can kind of keep everything in one spot. Could be spices, all that good stuff. We've got a walk-through bathroom that you can access from either side. So that means when you're on the road, you can use that second option to enter the bedroom. So you don't have to worry about opening a slide to get to a bathroom if you're on the road and just want to use that. Or if you want to pop in and have a rest, that's where that second door really shines. Really helps to allow you to, again, get ease of use and on the road. We've got ducted AC throughout. There are no ducts around the floor for furnace, you'll notice, so no dust catchers there. Controls for that AC are just on the wall here. It's nice and easy to be able to do that on and off if you want to cool things down when you first get there. And then being a pass-through bathroom, you do get a nice large bathroom, just amazing storage here. So you can, again, really leave everything here, kind of buy some dedicated toiletries for your RV, leave them there, and again, not have to truck back and forth with things. And then that also gives you just a wonderful shower here. So huge shower. We've just got this one in the last day, so we're just kind of quickly prepping it here. So not fully clean, but we do have a porcelain toilet as well. So we've got, again, something that's going to remind you of home. The nice thing here, you have a pocket door, so you could choose to shut that off as more of a bedroom suite, or you can subdivide. So you've got the 2 pocket doors, one into the bedroom as well. As we head into the bedroom here, you'll notice on this side we're going to have ignitions here for our GE hot water tank as well. So on-demand hot water. We've got emergency exit window, but reality is we have a door here, so if we had to get out, we could always get out through that door. If that was somehow barred, again, you have that extra entrance as well. Nice too, you get a bit of a cross flow here when you're on site and if you're just keeping the doors open. Nice queen size bed here. You've got lots of storage on either side. Plugins as well, so if anybody has a CPAP machine or again needs to charge things at night, easy to do that. Great little headboard there as well, and then great storage, his and hers. And then we have some wonderful storage underneath the bed as well. Again, platform will hold up with a couple pistons, and you can choose to slide this guy around wherever you may want to have it. So again, bulk storage for extra bedding, pillows, and then some clothes storage there as well. So very, very handy. Let's head out the main door here. I should say secondary door. I'll take you up front here. So I love the fact too on the stair side that each set of stairs gets the MORride stair treatment. So you've got individual steps here that can basically be dialed into uneven terrain. So you can make sure that, again, those are very stable. They're just much better stairs. They're not something you're gonna have to replace over time. Up front, great Alliance logo here, new graphics for this year, really sharp. I love the fact they've gone with this one piece lower molding here. So it's one piece all the way along. Again, no seams. So it really has a great look to it. You've got 2 20-pound tanks standard. We're gonna have a powered front jack here as well. Room for multiple batteries. I should mention too, with the batteries, you do have 200 watts of standard solar on the roof. The nice thing is you could always double that if you wish with that standard charge controller. We're going to see that here in just a second. We've got the panel open to access it. So your basic functions here are all in kind of one place, which I love. So you've got a neat feature here in that you have on all the Alliances, you've got 3 spray ports. So you've got one on either side and the rear. So very, very handy wherever you are. You can kind of be able to, you know, get the sand off the shoes, clean the bikes, whatever you need to do, wash the dog. But you can do that from either side. You've got hot and cold water capability, which is great. We've got a slide out switch. So if you want to be able to stand on this side and kind of watch that slide out come out to make sure it's going to have enough room, you can do that. You've got a battery cutoff switch here. We've got a water pump switch here as well. Very handy when you come to winterization. So behind the little access panel here, you've got easy access to our water pump. We've got a secondary disconnect. So if you're working on your batteries and solar, you can make sure you don't have power coming back to that charge controller. We've got a great name brand charge controller. So Victron, which is known in the industry as kind of the best. You get great stuff. We do also have an inverter prep. So if you're starting to get into more solar and batteries, and then you wanted to power those GFI plugs inside, you could. So you're able to basically add that inverter. Everything is already run here for you. So it's about the best setup I've ever seen in terms of if you did want to do that yourself. We certainly can help you here. We offer them regularly and certainly have customers that in the last couple of years that have been doing that. Okay, you can see our aluminum framing here. We've got our little jack attachment there, so be able to power our drill or any of the other device that can basically run those jacks up and down. We've got our tank fill and city water connections here, so the valve, depending on what you need. And then our connections all along the side here. So we're just testing out the water system as we speak. So putting water through the system, filling those tanks. Again, we've got one of our hose connections here to be able for our spray ports. You're going to have on the outside our tank flush, so that's our black tank flush, so that again we can keep those sensors clean. We've got a cable and satellite disconnect here as well for you. So again, everything very accessible, and you've got great pass-through storage all the way through. So if you've got some bigger items, golf clubs or fishing rods, things like that you want to bring with you, tons of room up front. It's a full 8 feet wide. And again, under 28 feet. So it's a nice length as well. It's going to fit a lot of campsites. I love the fact here you've got great awning coverage, because the reality is that is where you're going to want to live, and that's what makes this one of their best sellers. It has great amenities in at nighttime, when you want to pop in if the bugs are getting bad, but during that daytime, fantastic coverage. So you've got both doors covered, both sets of stairs covered here, lots of room in the middle to be able to set up a little living room, maybe a little grill station. Again, live your life outside. We've got awning light on the outside, so you're going to have all the lights you need. You don't need to add anything. You're going to have name brand tires here as well, so you've got great tires here on board, so something that's going to last a long time. And all the windows are tinted. Easy access to things like our furnace here. We've got a couple plugs on the outside so that we can quickly and easily plug things in that we wish to use. So Goodyear tires. We've got our aluminum rims here, so less kind of work to be able to keep these clean. All the Alliance series, and one of the reasons that certainly we bring them in, anything that we carry in a fiberglass trailer here that we offer new, we make sure is backed by some kind of composite, because we know that that will make a difference over time. So Delta uses, again, a composite behind that fiberglass to make sure that over time this unit's going to last. 4 oversized jacks. I mentioned we had the little drill adapter there in the front compartment, so those will bring those down quite quickly. Easy access to winterization for our hot water tank. That's our on-demand hot water tank. We've got our rear ladder here, which is dual function, so it's rated up to 300 pounds, so it's one of the more solid ladders that are still on board on a unit in the industry. But you also have the ability, and the thought here is that it's a drying rack, so it's a great place to dry the towels, the bathing suits, those kinds of things, especially if it's only 2 of you. Lots of space on there to do that. So again, just thinking forward thinking. You do have a standard hitch here as well, very, very handy, so you can keep e-bikes and bikes off the back should you wish, or even maybe a rack for a small generator, so it just gives you some options in the future for upgradability. And in that same vein, we've got the ability to add that backup camera here. Everything is run to the back, and then Delta has set it up so that camera could be powered from the actual trailer and not necessarily from your tow vehicle. And what that allows you to do is use that rear camera also as a bit of a security camera, just if you want to be able to see what's going on there, maybe at night when you don't necessarily want to go out the door. So it gives you some options. We've got our slide out here coming out about 3.5 feet, and that's kind of pitched back for the most part. So again, great usability on the outside in terms of keeping you cool under the shaded awning here, being able to set up that great exterior living room, and then set up that grill and really enjoy the outside. But once you have to transition on the inside, super, super wonderful interior. Again, if you're someone who enjoys cooking, you'll appreciate that kitchen, but very easy to use, especially because of the 2 doors. So on the road, you have full access to both the back and the front. So we invite you out to Primo RV Centre to come have a closer look at our brand new series here. This is our Delta Ultralight by Alliance, and this is the 234 RK for 2026.